In this video, I'll be teaching you how to use Sharesies. This is currently the most popular brokerage platform for New Zealand investors. I'll be giving you a complete step-by-step guide all the way from setting up an account to making your first investment, and some tips and tricks along the way to help you unlock all of Sharesies' features. Welcome back to the channel. Remember, if you learn something new, make sure to like and subscribe. And this is quite a lengthy video, so I'll leave timestamps down below in the description box so you can skip to certain parts in the video. Sharesies is currently the most popular investing platform in New Zealand. It allows you to invest in the New Zealand market, the American market, and it's currently working on making it available to invest in the Australian stock market as well. Firstly, setting up an account. This is not much harder than making a Facebook or Instagram profile. You will need all the regular information like your email address and phone number, and then you'll need a few more extra things like your driver's license or passport number, and then proof of address either in the form of a utilities bill or a bank statement that you've received. Sharesies just needs a few more pieces of legal info to make sure all of its users are verified so no fraudulent activity can take place on the platform. Once all this information is sent through, it takes about 1 to 2 days for it to get processed, and then you'll be nice and ready with a Sharesies account. But you're not quite at the point where you can start making investments. To do that, you're going to need to top up your wallet. There's two options when it comes to topping up your wallet. There's either a bank transfer or paying with a credit card. And don't ever top up your wallet with a credit card. The fees are insane. They will eat away at your portfolio, and that's money that you could have had invested in the stock market. For small amounts of money, the credit card fees seem okay. For example, if you put in $50, it's just roughly $1.50 fee for that credit card transaction. But when you start to get high, say $500 or $1,000, the cost gets far greater. Look at this, $1,000 will cost you $27 just to do the transaction fee, and that's not including the brokerage charge on top of that. Also, with credit cards, you can only put in $1,000 at a time. Bank transfer is definitely the way to go. Get rid of that credit card and never ever use it to top up your account. When you do go to top up your account, you'll come to this screen and you need to copy and paste these account details which are specific to your Sharesies profile, the reference number, and all the other pieces of info. When you've done this once, make sure to save it all, add it to your PayYE. You only have to put it in one time on the initial investment, and then after that the info is saved and you can just continue to top up your account with your bank transfers. It takes about 1 to 2 days for the money to enter your account, and then you'll be nice and ready to start making some investments. Now that your account is registered, you've added some funds, I'll be taking a deep dive into the platform, showing you all the ins and outs that Sharesies has to offer. It's pretty easy to follow, easy to understand. There's still some features that I'd like to make you aware of, and to do that I'll be buying into a dividend stock, showing you how to do that and what the whole process would look like. So let's jump into Sharesies. Here's what it looks like on Sharesies, so you can search for the businesses that you're after. I'm going to be investing in Apple, so you type in Apple, click search, and then you'll be met with this profile here. It'll give you a blurb of what that business is about, a stock chart on the growth of that business. You can pick different time frames, say 1 month, 3 month, 1 year, and so on, and you can see a nice consistent trend in that business and see how it's been doing over a period of time. Down here it has the 1 year low and the 1 year high, so the highest and lowest stock price for that year, and then the 1 year price change, so the percentage growth of that stock over the course of the year. If you come further down, there's the transaction fee varying from 0.5 to 1%. At the end of the video, I'll break down exactly how the fees work for Sharesies. Also, you've got the PE ratio, the dividend, and then the market cap. All of this numerical info can seem a little bit confusing and daunting potentially, but the more you look at it, it just becomes second nature to interpret it. If you want to have a bit more context on all these figures, or you might be new to investing, I've got a very brief, very concise, beginner-friendly video down below in the description that outlines a lot of these terms that I've just covered. Feel free to check that out at the end of the video. It also has a risk profile based on the business. I really wouldn't take too much notice of this. It's not the best indication on whether or not you should buy into that company or not. And then if you hit buy and go to actually purchase that business, it'll give you two options, so market buy and limit buy. So market buy is just buying that business at the set price. So if Apple is sitting at currently roughly $120 US, I'll just buy into that stock at that set price. And then a limit buy order is just setting the price that you want that stock to be before you buy into it. This is useful in the sense that you don't have to constantly check the stock price of that business. If you're thinking that potentially Apple might go to $100 a share, you could put that in. If that price is actually met and Apple does drop to that $100 figure, it'll automatically be purchased for you. Or if you think the stock price is going to rise and continue to rise with a lot of momentum, then you could put your limit buy order at $125 because you think the stock is going to go up in value. Now, it does have to reach these figures. It's not as if you're going to put this in and it's going to happen. It is something that actually has to occur for that trade to be made, but it's great if you don't want to keep looking at your phone and being addicted to checking the stock price of the businesses you're wanting to invest in. Definitely a great time-saving strategy in that sense. The stocks can be displayed to you in different figures, say from A to Z, highest return, greatest dividend. There's lots of different options available. Lastly, we've got fees. So I'll just throw up an image of what the fees look like. It's very minimal, say $3 for a month if you're investing $3,000, but if you want an annual membership having $3,000 or more invested, it's just $30 a year. And then these transaction fees can be anywhere from 0.5 to 1% depending on the amount that you're investing. So if you're putting in under $3,000, then you'll be charged 1% transaction fees, whereas anything over $3,000 you will get the 0.5% fee for that first $3,000, and then anything exceeding that will get 0.1%. As you can see in the example, with a $6,000 investment, you will pay $18 in fees. So you can see with quite a small investment like $30, you will only pay 15 cents. When you are exchanging your money from New Zealand to American currency, there is a 0.4% fee for doing this, and you can find that in your wallet as well. So keep that in mind when you're making your investments. The brokerage fee based on the amount that you're investing, and also the exchange rate for it as well. There are also some management fees for certain ETFs, but they do vary between different types of ETFs, and it will say it in the description as well, but you do need to do your own research on that. There's also a constant investment plan option that you can do, and you can make your own DIY portfolio to consistently have money invested into these ETFs. I personally wouldn't really do too much with this option. If you do want to do it, I'd go with something like the NZ Top 50, which is a broad diversified ETF that spreads your money out across the top 50 biggest companies in New Zealand. Now you're familiar with Sharesies, but is it really the best brokerage platform for New Zealand investors? The video on screen will show you how Sharesies compares to other popular New Zealand brokers. Click that video to find out if Sharesies is really the best broker for you.